Life is always in motion with its ups and downs. Not everything happens as we wish. However, just as trees bloom after enduring storms, good things will come after difficult days. A wealthy and successful man silently arrived at the airport, ready to board a flight for an important conference. Invited as a keynote speaker, he felt immensely proud and excited, knowing that many were eager to hear his insights. As he settled into his seat, he took a deep breath, believing that everything was going according to plan. But nature had different intentions. As the plane soared through the sky, dark clouds thickened, torrential rain poured down, and lightning illuminated the heavens. A pilot's announcement echoed. Due to severe weather conditions, we cannot proceed to our original destination. We will make an emergency landing at the nearest airport. His sense of calm quickly turned into frustration and anger. He could not accept this disruption and stormed off the plane, his mind clouded with irritation. At the airline service counter, he firmly demanded a solution. A fellow passenger, recognizing him, suggested that his destination was only a 3-hour drive away. Though displeased, he chose to hire a taxi to continue his journey. Little did he know, this ride would lead him to a life-changing encounter. The taxi sped through the storm, rain blurring the windshield, lightning flashing across the sky. The driver tried his best to navigate safely. However, after some time, he hesitated and said, "Sir, I think we've taken the wrong route." The wealthy man Dr. Patnick felt his anger rising. It had been a day filled with endless troubles. But this time, instead of exploding in rage, he took a deep breath and said, "It's fine. Just find a place to stop and wait for the storm to pass." A little further down the road, they spotted a small house with a faint light glowing inside. The driver suggested they rest there for a while, and Dr. Patnick reluctantly agreed. As they knocked on the door, a gentle yet weary voice welcomed them in. Inside, an elderly woman was praying beside a frail child lying on a makeshift bed. Despite the humble surroundings, she greeted them with warmth and asked, "Would you like some tea or water?" Dr. Patnick politely declined and asked if he could use a phone. The old woman smiled kindly. "There's no phone or electricity here, my son. But don't worry, the storm will pass." As they talked, the woman revealed that the child was her only grandson, gravely ill, and no doctor had been able to heal him. She had only one hope praying for a miracle for Dr. Patnick to come and help. Hearing this, he was stunned. For a moment, he remained silent, gazing at the child, who lay pale and weak. His heart skipped a beat as he realized the extraordinary coincidence the very doctor the old woman had been praying for was him. She continued, her eyes filled with hope. "They say there's a great doctor in Delhi, Dr. Patnick, who can save my grandson. But I'm just a poor old woman. How could I ever reach such a faraway place? All I can do is pray and trust that God will send him here." Hearing this, Dr. Patnick felt overwhelmed with emotion. He had faced so many obstacles that day: the canceled flight, the storm, the detour, yet it all suddenly seemed purposeful. Everything had led him here precisely when this child needed him most. With tears in his eyes, he gently said, "Mother, your prayers have been answered. I am Dr. Patnick." The old woman froze. Then tears streamed down her wrinkled cheeks. She grasped his hands tightly and whispered, "God is truly great. His plans are beyond our understanding." Patnick knelt down and examined the child, his heart filled with humility and gratitude. He now saw that life's obstacles were not mere misfortunes, but part of a greater plan. After a thorough checkup, he realized that the child's illness was not severe if treated in time. He immediately retrieved medicine from his bag and carefully instructed the grandmother on how to care for him. She listened with tears of relief, continuously thanking him. Watching her pray in gratitude, Dr. Patnick had a profound realization. Everything that had gone wrong that day was not bad luck, it was fate guiding him to where he was needed the most. Had his flight not been delayed, had the storm not come, had the driver not lost his way, he would have never reached this tiny house. He felt a deep sense of gratitude toward destiny. He understood that sometimes what seems like a setback is actually an opportunity to do something meaningful. The old woman clutched his hands, her voice trembling with emotion. "God has heard my prayers. He is truly miraculous. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Dr. Patnick smiled, bowing his head respectfully. He now knew that faith had an incredible power. It could change fate itself. His story is proof that everything in life happens for a reason. When we trust, persevere, and open our hearts, life leads us to something greater, things we could never have imagined. As he left, he reflected on the anger and frustration he had felt earlier when his flight was delayed, when bad weather forced a change of course, when the driver mistakenly took the wrong road. But now, he understood that none of it was misfortune. It was all part of a divine arrangement, leading him to fulfill a greater purpose, saving a child's life. This experience strengthened his belief in faith. The old woman had no money, no means to reach him, yet she had unwavering faith that help would come. And miraculously it did. Patnick's story teaches us that challenges, delays, and detours are sometimes not roadblocks, but stepping stones toward fulfilling a mission we never even knew existed. At last, he smiled and whispered to himself, "Always have faith, for life is full of unseen miracles." His journey stands as a powerful reminder that faith and destiny work in mysterious ways. What seemed like a day filled with obstacles turned out to be a divinely orchestrated path, leading him to the exact place where he was needed the most. Looking back, he realized that nothing was random. If not for the storm, the canceled flight, and the lost path, he would have never met the old woman and her sick grandchild. What appear to be misfortunes were actually blessings in disguise. The lesson here is clear: life's difficulties are not always signs of failure, but sometimes divine guidance leading us to a bigger purpose. When faced with challenges instead of frustration, we should trust that there is a greater plan unfolding. Life may not always go as planned, but with faith, humility, and trust in the goodness of the universe, we will find that even in adversity, there are hidden gifts. Patnick's story reminds us that sometimes the most unexpected events are life's greatest miracles, and faith is the key to unlocking them.